Time to dive into all this incredible health info.
Mhm.
It seems like you are ready to take your well-being to the next level, and guess what? We're here to help. We're going to break down the best tips and advice on everything from physical activity to nutrition, mental wellness, and just a healthier lifestyle overall.
Yeah, I'm really excited to get into
Me
this.
too.
Yeah.
And forget about those crazy fad diets and quick fixes. We're talking about real, lasting changes that'll make you feel amazing. One thing that really stood out to me in all this research is, well, how men and women might actually need to, like, adjust how they approach exercise,
Yeah.
depending on what they're trying to achieve.
Oh, for sure.
And did you know that strength training is super important for us ladies?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, who knew? We'll
Yeah.
definitely get into all that good stuff. But first, let's get moving. You know, I used to think exercise had to be this crazy, intense, sweat dripping, painful thing.
Right.
But then I found dance classes. And let me tell you, Shaking My Groove thing is not only fun, it's a fantastic workout. And I've seriously noticed I have way more energy throughout the day.
That's awesome.
But this research got me thinking, like, how should men and women be approaching exercise differently? We are built differently, right?
Exactly. And it's not even just about those physical differences. Men, a lot of times, are focused on building muscle mass and strength, right?
Yeah.
Whereas women, we might prioritize things like toning or flexibility or endurance.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So, while a guy might be over there hitting those weights hard, a woman might benefit more from mixing it up a bit, like doing some yoga, some Pilates, and then maybe adding in some light cardio too.
So you're saying guys get to skip yoga? Come on, what's the deal with strength training for women? Why is it so important?
Well, I wouldn't say guys get a free pass on yoga. Flexibility and balance, those are important for everybody, right?
True.
But when it comes to strength training, we're not just talking about bulking up. It's so important for bone health, especially as women age, because we're more prone to osteoporosis. So think of it like building a strong foundation, literally. It helps protect you from injuries and just keeps you moving with ease for years to come.
Wow, I never thought of it that way. So it's not just about how our genes fit.
No?
It's about staying strong and healthy for the long run. Okay, you've convinced me. I am on board with the strength training.
Yeah.
But what about cardio? Do we still need to be, like, pounding the pavement?
Cardio is definitely still important. It's great for heart health and overall fitness. Think about things like brisk walking, cycling, or swimming, activities that really get your heart rate up.
Yeah.
But again, it's about making it work for you. You don't have to force yourself to run marathons if you, hate running. Find something that you enjoy, something that gets your blood pumping, and you'll actually want to stick with it.
All right, I am feeling super motivated to get moving. But all this exercise is making me hungry. So let's talk fuel. And no, when I talk about donuts, our source had this quote, and it was like, "You are what you eat,"
Yes.
which honestly kind of stresses me out because sometimes I eat like a bag of chips.
It's all about balance.
Yeah, but really, how do we find that balance between, enjoying food, but also nourishing our bodies?
It's all about quality over quantity. And understanding that food, it's more than just calories, it's information for our bodies.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of obsessing over numbers, just try focusing on getting a variety of nutrient-dense foods. Leafy greens, colorful veggies, lean protein, and healthy fats, those are your best friends.
Gotcha.
And listen, a burger every now and then is totally fine, especially if you're active.
Okay, good.
Just make sure you're choosing lean meat, maybe load it up with some veggies, and, maybe skip the supersized fries.
So you're saying it's not about depriving ourselves.
Right.
It's about making smart choices that actually fuel our bodies the right way.
Exactly. And don't underestimate the power of hydration. It's amazing how many people don't drink enough water. And that can really zap your energy and mess with your mood. Aim for 8 glasses of water a day, maybe even more if you're really sweating it out in those dance classes.
Okay, guilty. I am definitely guilty of not drinking enough water. It's just so easy to forget when you're busy,
Oh, yeah.
But this source also got me thinking of how we eat, not just what. Like they were talking about mindful eating, which sounds amazing in theory, but I'll be honest, sometimes I just inhale my food. I don't even taste it.
Oh, I know.
So any tips on how to become a more mindful eater?
It's definitely a skill that takes practice, but one thing that can help is slowing down. Actually, savor every bite. Put your fork down between bites, really pay attention to the textures and the flavors, just appreciate the experience of eating. And it also helps to eat without distractions, like turn off the TV, put your phone away.
Oh, man. Busted. I am the queen of scrolling through Instagram while I'm eating dinner. No wonder I never feel satisfied.
It's so common, But by being more present during meals, you'll be surprised by how much more you enjoy your food
Okay.
and how much better you feel afterwards.
Hmm.
It's also about tuning into your body's cues. Like, are you actually hungry? Or are you eating because you're bored or stressed?
Okay, that's a game changer. I'm starting to see how all these different pieces fit together. It's not just about what we eat, but how we eat. And being more in tune with our bodies, I already feel more like empowered to make healthier choices.
That's great. It's amazing how just being more aware of those eating habits can make such a huge difference. But we can't forget about the mental side of things. Feeling good isn't just about what you put in your body, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's
Yeah.
so easy to get caught up in the physical stuff.
Yeah.
But our mental and emotional well-being is just as important.
This research really emphasizes that mind-body connection.
Yeah,
It reminds us that things like stress and anxiety, lack of sleep, all that stuff can impact our physical health just as much as a bad diet or, skipping your workouts.
totally makes sense. Like, I know when I'm stressed out, all I want is junk food.
Oh, yeah.
And my workouts, oof, they feel 10 times harder. But how can we manage that stress? I mean, life is kind of a constant stress fest these days.
It really can feel that way, but the good news is that even small changes to your routine can make a big difference. Like this research highlights things like deep breathing, meditation, and journaling. They've all been shown to reduce those stress hormones and just promote a sense of calm, you know?
Okay, so I'll admit, I used to think meditation was kind of woo-woo,
Ah.
but I recently started trying it out, and I'm shocked by how much it's helped.
Yeah.
Even just like 5 minutes in the morning makes me feel so much more grounded and centered throughout the day.
It's really powerful, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the best part is it's all about finding what works for you. Maybe for someone else, it's a long walk out in nature, or maybe it's listening to calming music. The key is to, be proactive about it.
Yeah.
Incorporate those stress-reducing practices into your daily life.
I love that. Being proactive is so empowering to know we actually have tools to manage that stress and improve our mental well-being. But what about our social connections? Like, I know when I'm feeling down, spending time with my friends always helps. Does the research touch on that at all?
Absolutely. Human beings, we're wired for connection.
Yeah.
And strong social bonds, they've been linked to, well, better mental and physical health.
Wow.
So whether it's quality time with family, catching up with friends, or even joining a community group, nurturing those connections, it's vital for our overall well-being.
So true. Sometimes, we get so caught up in our own little bubbles that we forget how important it is to, like, reach out and connect with other people.
Yeah.
It's a good reminder to, invest in those relationships that make life richer.